Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Echo. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it on itch.io for free. And if you want to support the people that have made this game and are making different games, then you can go to their Patreon, which is, Echo Project. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, we went to the diner and then looked in the mirror where we had a migraine or stroke or something like that. Just our face got all really funky. And then TJ saw us wiping our glands and was like, ooh, woo, that's kind of cute. And we were like, ooh, woo, what's this? And then we had a dream where there was, our friends riding in a car on the lake and then drowning bodies. So all's not good in Echo World. It's either suspected to be like mental illness or some kind of creepy stuff. I mean, something was going on. Though it could always be like there's something in the water that's like messing with people. And I mean in fluoride, I mean like, because, fluoride's good. I mean like, I don't know. Not arsenic, but, I mean, lead. That could be a thing. Anyways, apparently no one can get in touch with him. Ooh woo. Also, I hear, like, water. Jen leans back against the dresser, running a brush through her fur on her neck and head, still a little damp from the shower. Did they get his landline? Maybe he just muted his phone. He sleeps, like, every day. The people that sleep every day. Well, I guess some people go up for 24 hours. He'd have to be, like, during the day, Jenna shrugs. I'm gonna assume they have. So no one told him he was gonna have a party? The Ram. Chase or something? Jenna turns around and leans towards the mirror above the dresser, brushing away a loose fur. It's a surprise party, right? I guess. It's just that it's not really his birthday. Jenna sighs. It's just an excuse to do something in this shitty town. I see Jenna glance at the door to the bathroom, as if worried TJ can hear her curse, even with the shower running. I mean, you guys have big honking ears. I let out my own sigh. Well, I'm sorry I dragged you here, Jenna. I thought it would be fun is all. Jenna finishes whatever she was doing in the mirror and turns back around to face me. Hey, it's not the town I came to see. It was you guys. Yeah, well, you don't seem very happy about that either. Jenna frowns. If I didn't want to be around you guys, I'd have left by now. I have friends in Peyton that could take me to the bus stop. I don't say anything, choosing to lean back on the bed and close my eyes, still tired from the fucked up dreams I had last night. Sorry, I'll stop complaining. It's always kind of, I don't know, hard to figure out this thought I'm doing. I massage my forehead with one hand. It's still the beginning of the week. We've got time to turn this around. It's really just Flynn. I look over at her. Is he coming? Yep. Leo said he had to talk with him. So, I mean, Flynn gets over the stuff pretty quickly. I think it won't be awkward if we don't let it be. Jenna looks over at the shower door, the sound of the dryer blowing loudly behind it. It's not really Flynn that I'm worried about. It's the things he said to TJ. I rub my eyes. If things get to that point, me and TJ will just get out early and go somewhere else. Maybe Janice's place. Who's Janice? Oh, the, cook? Waitress? I open my eyes and look at Jenna. You're going with us? Jenna smirks at me. I think I have some studying to do. Oh, come on. Anyway, what if Flynn has another... She immediately cuts herself off as the door suddenly cracks open. I see one of TJ's blue eyes looking through the opening. The eye widens, and the door quickly closes again. Suddenly, it swings back open, and Lynx comes striding out in just his pants. Ooh. Excuse me, Jenna. Have you heard Jesus, the good word? Jenna moves over, and TJ reaches into one of the drawers to pull out a polo shirt. I forgot my shirts. I'm just flexing is all. You like what you see? He mumbles before turning back around and hurrying into the bathroom. I just be pretty shy about, clothes stuff. Now whenever I go to the gym, it's pants off, dance off. Or dance off, pants off? But first look around to make sure there aren't any kids. Because I'm not going to be the guy, no matter how old I am, to be like, there's children around where I'm just going to have my dick out and pull out a newspaper and read it. No. I'm going to be those old, creepy, well, maybe not creepy, but old guys are just like, I don't care. Around adults, I don't care. Balls out. I catch a glimpse of the insides of his ears, which are bright red. The door snaps shut again. Both of us stare at the door, before Jenna speaks up again. If Lynn can keep his mouth shut until the end of the week, we just might be able to get through this. I stare out the window as we roll down the dusty streets of Echo. Honestly, it doesn't look much worse off than how I left it. The roads might be a little worse, but I assume that's because they haven't done any maintenance since winter. I'm regretting not letting him know we're coming. You'd be lucky if he even gets his ass out of bed. We'll call him then. And what if he doesn't answer? Leo doesn't say anything, instead focusing back on the road. TJ fills the silence after a while. Well, I don't think it's too weird. It's just like we're hanging out again. Nothing wrong about that. Sure, but making it about Carl is just weird. Maybe if his birthday was like next week, 2 weeks tops. Oh, hush, Flynn. It's just like we're hanging out. You're acting weird about it. You acting weird about it isn't going to help anything. Also, how's my face? Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick check. There we go. The car starts slowing down, and I snap out of my daydream to look up, knowing that we definitely aren't at Carl's house yet. Is Leo driving? I thought we had the car. That's when I see a round canine figure standing further up on the side of the road. She's standing in the dirt that separates the road and the field in front of the broken and rusted barbed wire fence. I think that's Janice. I look over at Leo, and he seems concerned. His brow is furrowed as he carefully steers the car right up next to the coyote. I can see why. She's crouched over, elbows on her knees, staring at the ground. Roll down your window, Chase. I do as he says, struggling a little with the old crank handle. I remember those. The hell is she doing out here? We come to a stop next to the coyote, kicking up some dust. I don't know. Hey! Leo leans over me and smiles at Janice, who's still looking at the ground. Everything all... Leo's voice cuts off in a weird choking sound. I look at him, confused, then look back out the window, and I can't help myself, but I gasp. It was hard to tell from the angle, and with all the dust kicked up by the van, but now I can see that Janice has her paws down around her thighs. I can also see everything else. I sit back quietly and avert my eyes, looking out the windshield instead. What the fuck? Oh my god, Leo, keep going. Jana whispers it, and her voice strained. Oh, sorry, Leo stops talking, and I change a glance out the window again. Janice is looking at us now, and she's smiling. It's a weird smile, because it isn't touching her eyes. It's unnerving. Leo stares back. Leo, go. I hiss out the side of my mouth, staring at the windshield again. He seems reluctant to, though looking concerned. Janice, do you need some help? Okay, what the fuck's happening? His tone is one that you might use on a toddler or a crazy person. I don't hear her say anything, except maybe a grunt. Leo barely keeps trying, though. Bravely keeps trying. We can give you a ride. Leo stops talking in time for me to hear a pattering sound. It's a sound I recognized well back from when I could take a piss on the dirt roads of Echo when no one was around. The van lurches forward, then resumes a smoother acceleration back onto the empty road. Holy shit, what the fuck was that? I don't... Leo's frowning, looking as confused as I've ever seen him. Should I go back? No. Look back at and see TJ covering his face. Maybe she could be having some kind of psychotic episode? Or maybe she had to take a piss? I don't think so. Did you see the way she looked at me? She was probably just on something. Isn't everyone? No, she doesn't do stuff like that. Well, maybe she does? You never know with people. Again, Leo doesn't say anything, and neither does anyone else. So wait, was she just kind of crouching down at the side of the road with a weird smile on her face? Maybe with her junk out, peeing? I don't know. I glance back at TJ, who's sitting in the very back seat with Jenna. He's got his ears down, looking into his lap, where he's fidgeting with his hands. I know he's probably thinking the same thing I am, which is that we're supposed to help Janice with her spring cleaning or whatever. I want to ask him about it, but the dead silent van is making me feel like now isn't the best time. I fucking told ya. Leo stabs the doorbell again, frustration echoed across his face. Actually, I'm gonna pause it right now because I'm getting a phone call. Burp. And we're back. I really need to see how well OBS does that. Somebody called me, and then I called them back, and of course they don't ever fucking pick up. Gotta love family. Like, I don't know. I texted them. It's almost never important. Just somebody asking for a quick favor. Anyways, can you please keep the cursing down just a little bit? Oh, I have to go here. Hopefully I didn't. Nope, still recording. Cool. I can't help but notice TJ wins at every F-bomb. He's been keeping his distance from Flynn, always standing on the opposite side of our little group. I shift the bag I'm carrying around in my hands, trying to look through the frosted glass on the sides of the door. Maybe he's getting high? Probably. He should still be able to hear. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to. TJ holds up his phone. Oh yeah, because we haven't been able to contact him. He's not answering his phone either. Good thing I know that's not my door. Leo knocks on the door hard, his bicep bulging. Ooh. Well, I guess breaking the door might get us inside. Leo stands back, paws in his waist as he takes a deep breath. He's determined. I want a birthday party! And I guess he should be considering he set all of this up. We should have just told him to meet us at the diner or something. Do they lock their windows? What? Leo growls. It's not like we're breaking in. Gonna break in birthday party. TJ's ears pin back and frowns on his face. The wolf pushes a paw to his forehead, closing his eyes. Sorry, but I think he's just asleep, and it shouldn't be too hard to just get in there and wake him up. Also, it seems like an okay house. Just kind of reminds me of, West Texas. The housing was bloody expensive, but I'd have to assume it's because, bringing building materials out there was tough. Because there isn't a lot for miles. I look over at the side of the house and see a window well. Window well? I point at it. What about that? Too small. I could probably fit. She hops off the front porch and crouches down next to the window, pushing at it. Wait, there's a security sticker there. Here. Well, you gotta arm it first, and Carl's such a lazy ass. I know he didn't. Besides, if you set up the alarm, we can just run. It's not like they'll show up anytime soon. Jenna hesitates, then pushes at the window again, but it doesn't bulge. Locked. Let's try the one above it. What's a window well? That's too high. I'm just gonna quickly look that up. Window well. Oh, basically like a window for your basement, but it has like a thing around it to keep the earth away. I remember those things. Granted, I don't think they go away, but where my family lives now, they don't have basements. You know, Texas. That's too high. I'll boost you up. I think it's going to be a little too far. Leo ignores him and stands next to the window, before making a platform for Jenna's foot with his paws. Setting herself with her paws against the wall of the house, Leo easily lifts Jenna as she manages to grab the ledge. Fucking hell, this is so fucking stupid. Flynn mutters next to me, but I ignore him. Jenna pushes against the window and glides it open easily. Yes, now I'm gonna boost you all the way up. Hold on. Careful. Like there's some kind of cheerleading duo, Leo shoves Jenna all the way up with one paw as she disappears through the window. Wait, aren't we talking about a window well? Which is on the ground? Her bushed tail is the last thing I see until she pokes her head through. Kitchen, I fell in the sink. Great, now unlock the door. She disappears again, and we make our way back to the front door. Leo, you're fucking crazy. If you don't shut your fucking mouth, Flynn, I'll kick you right in your vag. Sound good? Ooh woo. Don't, I don't know. Sorry, my brain's somewhere else. Jesus, calm your... Leo turns on him, one foot in front of the other. Flynn shuts up. TJ's eyes are wide, even though he's staring down at the steps. I want to put my arm around him. Finally, we hear the door rattling, and it opens. Called his name, but he didn't answer. Well, he's gotta be here. It's not like he can go anywhere, or would want to. Carl's house is as massive and immaculate as I remember it. It's his mansion, after all. Well, maybe less immaculate than I remember. There are a few wrappers and pizza boxes on the marble counter. I assume it's because Carl's parents aren't here to tell him not to be a slob. Here's the thing. Whenever I make food or whatever, I wash the dishes pretty much immediately after I do this stuff. I'm always surprised with certain family members where it's like, well, I'm gonna like bring food up to my room and then leave it there for days. And there's always that thing where it's like, okay, we're out of dishes or utensils. Seriously, can you bring some down from your room? And they're not a slovenly person. They just hoard dishes. But then immediately heads up the stairs. Yo, Carl. I set the bag down on the table, and TJ sets the cake there too. I look over at him. You alright? I'm good. Why? Just asking. So... I rub the back of my head, trying to think of how to bring it up. What is it? Janice. Oh, yeah? TJ mirrors my pose, rubbing behind his own head. I'm actually really worried about her. I mean, should we still go? Like, what was the reason why we just kind of sped off? I mean, weren't we kind of, maybe not close, but like, acquaintances with her? Like, what was so weird about her that everybody was just freaking the hell out? TJ looks at me surprised. Of course, especially now, we need to make sure she's okay. Oh yeah, maybe we should. I actually don't feel like we need to do that at all, considering she's probably just really, really high. I was going to suggest that we should at least postpone the visit until tomorrow, so she had time to come down. But TJ's shock at my suggestion is me holding my tongue for now. Chase, you check in the back. TJ, downstairs. Leo barks at us before hustling past towards the hallway. We both look at each other before I shrug and head for the back door. I stare at the glass window on the door for a while, wondering why Carl would even be out there. The old playset with the swings is gone, And so is the treehouse that used to be in one of the two trees. A branch near the base of the tree that we use as a step has been cut away too. Sorry. Carl and I used to play up in that treehouse all the time when we were younger. Open the door and step out on the concrete steps. I feel a pang of sadness seeing it gone. I had a lot of memories up there. I can remember the day when we started building it. I mean, Carl's dad had built the base of it, but left the rest up to us. Duke, the old weasel, had a pile of random junk in the backyard, and he gave us the permission to take from it as long as we cleaned it all up. I told TJ that if we cleaned up the pile, my dad would take us to the movies that night. We pretended to help clean up, even though we're just taking what we wanted for the treehouse. We hauled it away in the wagon, telling TJ they were taking it to the corner for recycling, or something, and that he should keep going. Of course, we didn't go back. I don't know why I thought we'd get away with that. Apparently, TJ was there for 3 more hours before Duke came around and found out what had happened. I was grounded for the longest that I've ever been. I cringed and closed my eyes, face getting hot at the memory of being forced to apologize to TJ. Fucking asshole. I mumbled to myself. We were especially cruel to TJ those couple of years. It was probably because of the age difference. Me and Carl had been 10, TJ was 8. For some reason, 2 years feel like 2 decades when you're that old. Yeah, pretty much. Like, being young, it's like, well, I'm 5 years, 3 months, and 12 days or something like that. And then you're in your teens, like, well, I'm 15, 16, 18. And then after 21, you're just like, I think I'm 25. Like, every time I have to think of my age, I'm like, I think I'm 33. Because, like, when am I gonna have to, when's a specific day I'm gonna have to remember till about retirement age, you know? Still, there isn't really an excuse on how shitty I was to him. Even after what happened, we never let him up into the treehouse. I was a really shitty kid, but I know TJ doesn't hold it against me. Still, the idea of taking advantage of TJ's trusting nature is so terrible. I sigh, giving the rest of the yard a cursory glance, even though I know Carl's not out here. I'm a little worried, but I'm sure there's some sort of explanation for where he's gone. I turn back around, deciding to help with the search inside. That's when I see a flash of fat, orange, and gray tail disappearing down to the downstairs steps. I blink. Jenna walks past. I'm gonna go look in the garage. I don't think he's even in the house, though. Okay. As Jenna heads to the garage door, I head for the stairs. The cool air wafting up from the dark hallway ahead of me is a marked contrast to the heat from outside. I fan my shirt a bit as I look at the multiple doors lining the hallway. The only open one is at the end of the hall, though I can hear a low voice coming from it. It's Flynn's, for sure. As I pad up to the opening, I can start to make out what he's saying. But I just wanted you to know that I'm not mad at you, okay? I don't hear a response, as I just stand outside the door. From here, all I can see is a few cardboard boxes, and a neatly made bed that probably hasn't been touched in years. A guest storage room? Or a guest/storage room? Come on, man. I'm trying. I was mad yesterday, and I shouldn't have fucking sensed that. Flynn's voice comes from further into the room on my left. I grit my teeth, wavering between going in now, or just hoping for the best and letting it play out. I need to go. Oh. I was just trying to figure out. Don't. I hear some rustling in the room, and that's when I realize that I have to step in. I hold on the door frame and poke my head in. Flynn has TJ backed up against the what looks like doors to a closet. TJ's cowering in the corner, while Flynn has a hand on Lynx's shoulder, grabbing onto the fabric of his shirt. TJ's ears are pinned flat against his head, and he's looking up at Flynn with a grimace. Oh, I guess that's what was sent on the hiking trip? Then his eyes flick to mine as he notices me. Let me talk for a sec. Flynn notices TJ staring over his shoulder, and he jerks his head in my direction. The second he sees me, his hand drops away from TJ's shoulder. We stare at each other for a few seconds, and I swallow loudly. You guys find Carl? My question sounds all the more stupid in the dead silence that follows. Flynn's gaze drifts to the wall over TJ's head, where he stares coldly for a few seconds, his jaw working furiously. I start to worry he's summoning up another one of his tantrums. Instead, after about 5 seconds, he turns on his heel and stalks out the room. I have to move out of the way as he brushes past me. When I look back in the room, TJ's already moved to stand in front of the mirror on the wall. He straightens out his shirt, then vigorously combs his fur on his face. He does a weird back and forth on his cheek ruffs with one of his hands, even though they look perfectly fine to me. TJ? TJ snaps his head back in my direction, one of his ears twitching. Are you okay? I'm okay. TJ says it fast and loud, giving his shirt one last tug. Let's keep looking for Carl. He makes a point of looking around the room. I don't think he's here. As he moves past me and to leave the room, I grab his arm. He jumps and looks back at me, eyes wide. Quick to let him go, realizing just how closely I am to mimicking what Flynn had done just a minute ago. Do you want to talk? No. I blink in surprise. No, I don't want to talk about it. Sorry. His ears are down again, and he's looking at the floor. Let's just keep looking. Turns away again, but I feel like I should say something more. I want to make him feel better, get him away from Flynn. Do you want to go for a walk or something? TJ turns back around, staring at me questioningly. I mean, to keep looking for Carl. He's not in the house. Maybe he's gone somewhere around town? TJ nods in understanding, the distressed look melting off his face. Oh, that could be a good idea. We should tell Leo. I feel a surge of relief at having been able to distract TJ, and now I want to keep that going. Luckily, we don't see Flynn on the way out. A distracted and frustrated Leo quickly waves us off as he continues to search in the ground floor bedrooms. Probably got high and passed out somewhere. He mutters absent-mindedly as he heads out the door. We immediately realize what a bad idea it is when I step out in the sun. TJ, on the other hand, brightens up the second we step out of the mansion. That at least makes me feel a bit better. Walk in silence for the first few minutes, looking at the rolling hills and mountains, cactus and sagebrush. It's one of those days where I'm not sure if the heat is worse coming from the sun above me or the baking black asphalt under my feet. Maybe you should, get off the road. How's school going for you? I blink out of my burning alive trance and try to focus on the question. Oh, it's okay, just kind of tedious, At the same time, I get a pang of panic, realizing how much I still needed to be done on my project. I'm able to convince myself that I still have the week. I'll figure something out. What about you? It's great. Athletic training, right? Yep. So what exactly do you do? Train people for sports? TJ laughs. Well, it's more to do with injuries, recognizing them, preventing them, treating them if I can. I didn't know that's what you do, so you're like a doctor or something. He laughs again, but like always, TJ's able to do it in a way that he's not laughing at you. Definitely not. That would be really hard. I guess you could say an athletic trainer is like a healthcare professional. Cool. I try to keep from panting. I thought, I thought you would have been more into like coaching or something. You like sports. TJ shakes his head. No, I'd be terrible at that. I can't yell at people all day. Is there even a degree for coaching? I think most people that want to coach just get a teaching degree in history so that they can teach. I make air quotes. At a high school, while also coaching, they teach to coach. Oh yeah, that's how it was in our school. I step on a particularly sharp rock and bite my lip to keep from yelling. I really just wanted to do something involving athletics. Do you really like it, the whole athletic training thing? Yeah, well, it's my first year, so who knows, but I think I do. So, you just like helping people? That, and I just like sports. TJ's quiet for a second. Probably sounds silly, but it seems to make life seem more simple. Sports? Yeah, or exercising. There's a goal and something in your way, like the other team, or a big hill. TJ kicks a pebble up from the ground and catches it on top of his foot before launching down the road. Jeez, a kind of blitzball player or something? And your only job is to get around that, to get to your goal. The Lynx laughs. I don't know if that makes any sense. I think it does. I'm kind of like that with video games, I guess. I can see that. Try to kick a pebble up until the top of my foot, like TJ did, but ended up kicking off the side of the road. How'd you do that? Oh, I just got lucky that time. Usually it doesn't work. I'm on a soccer team, though. I think about how I didn't even bother trying out for my school swim team for otters. I already knew how mediocre I was. But I also just like being on the side of the field, with all the cheering and lights. It's fun. As we continue down the road, we walk past the charred foundations of an old trailer. While the brush had mostly grown back, scorched earth and black sage bush skeletons still remain. At the moment, my phone goes off, and I pull it out, having to cup my hand over the top so I can see the screen under the bright sun. It's a text from Leo. Found him. Hey, they found Carl. Oh, where? He didn't say. He just said they found him. Well, that's great. Yeah. I smile as a ball of tension in my chest that I didn't even know there disappears. I'm best guessing that this might not be great. Great, where was he? I look back over my shoulder at the mansion, resting at the base of the mountains, the distance and heat making it hazy. I really don't want to walk all the way back. Maybe he just took a walk, like us, and got back. Maybe. My phone buzzes in my hand, and I get another response from Leo. No party. Carl isn't feeling good. I frown. What? Said Carl isn't feeling good, so there's not going to be a party? Oh. TJ looks back at the mansion with me, airing at his shirt with both hands as it does. As much as it sucked for me to be under the sun, it's always... Sorry. Rhea makes me on. Worse for TJ with that thick fur. I copy him, airing out my own shirt, starting to feel self-conscious again about my musk. Should we head back? I hope he's okay. I think about all the shitty tension going on back there, and grimace. I don't know. We should do something else? TJ appears to think, with his hands on his hips. Then his face lights up. Hey, Janice's house is down the road. We can get a head start on the work. Oh? Well, we're just gonna clean the house though? She's just high somewhere out in this desert? I mean, I know she's a coyote and probably used to this weather, but still. I almost forgot about that. We definitely planned to go. I didn't want to now, under this heat. TJ jumps in place, like he's warming up for a game. It felt good to do something after sitting around all day. I stared at TJ, absolutely baffled by his enthusiasm. What? I mean, well, first of all, it's work. Second, aren't you worried about how she's going to be when we get there? I stared out on the road, and the approximate spot where he'd seen her just an hour ago. He's not there now, obviously, but the memory still sends chills up my spine. Well, I want to make sure that she's okay too. I don't know. We should give her at least a few hours to recover. Jay stops bouncing and rubs his arm. Sorry, if you don't want to go, I can just go. I glare at him. Oh, don't guilt me. I'm not. I just don't want you to be mad at me. I stretch, feeling sweat trickling down my sides of my face. You should wait till evening at least. Yeah. I guess we could do that. Disappointment on TJ's face is so obvious. There's no way he's not doing it on purpose. Okay. So what if she opens the door and she still got her pants down? TJ blanches. Chase? I'm just saying. That's what could happen. There's no telling when she's on. Janice isn't like that. So maybe she was just having some sort of episode? Everyone's crazy here. All the more reason to check on her. I rub my face. Come on. It's fine. You can just go. TJ folds his arms and leans in closer. Or maybe, she just had to pee. He whispers the last few words, just like they're the worst cuss word in the world. I snore and close my eyes. Fine. I wipe my back of my hand across my forehead. Man, if I have a heat stroke, it's all on you. Oh gosh, don't say that. If you feel dizzy or sick, we're going inside. Inside somewhere right on this desert road. The thought of sitting inside with Janice while I cool down is almost as unbearable as a thought of manual labor. Still, TJ looks happy, which is worth it, I guess. Okay, with this scene change, hey, there she is. She seems to be fine, just peeing. But yeah, with that scene change and, the amount of time, I think it's a good time to call it. So that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So anyways, please comment, because I like comments, some of you like, dislike, tips, tricks. Otherwise, if you like my YouTube and likes it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of Epic Ground. Please remember to spend your animals, help control the pet population. And until next time, Let's Play, me, GamerWolfSix of itch.io. And if you want to play this game, of Echo, sorry. Playing this game of Echo, and if you want to play it, it's on itch.io, and if you want to get it, yeah, that's where you get it. But if you want to support the people that make this game, go to their Patreon. Anyways, thanks, and see ya.